Because when someone hurts you, the world expects a reaction, a breakdown, a spectacle, but you gave them nothing. No dramatic speeches, no desperate explanations, no public pain, just calm, and they didn't understand it. They thought your silence meant weakness. They mistook your restraint for surrender. They assumed your calm was temporary, a mask you'd eventually drop. So they pushed harder. They tested you, provoked you, tried to reopen wounds they created. They wanted to see you bleed again, but every time they struck, you remained steady. And slowly, something shifted, because while they were watching for your destruction, you were rebuilding, quietly, patiently, relentlessly. You didn't heal loudly. You didn't announce your growth. You didn't seek validation for your survival. You did the work in the dark, like roots growing beneath cracked concrete, like fire learning discipline instead of destruction, like a storm learning when to stay still. You learned how to breathe through pain, how to sit with discomfort without letting it own you, how to feel everything without becoming it. You stopped reacting. You started observing. You watched patterns instead of arguments, intentions instead of words, energy instead of excuses, and that awareness sharpened you. While they replayed the past, you studied the present. While they clung to control, you learned acceptance. While they stayed addicted to chaos, you chose peace. And peace made you powerful, not the loud kind, not the aggressive kind, the terrifying kind. Because nothing unsettles someone more than realizing they no longer control your emotions. Nothing threatens them more than seeing you unbothered by what once destroyed you. They wanted your anger. They needed your reaction. They fed on your pain. And now, they have nothing. That's when the confusion started. They watched you move differently, speak less, smile genuinely. They noticed you weren't explaining yourself anymore. No justifications, no defenses, no apologies for being who you are. And it disturbed them, because calm doesn't look like victory to those who thrive on chaos. Peace looks like arrogance to those who only understand conflict. Silence feels like rejection to those who crave attention. Your calm wasn't passive. It was intentional. It was controlled. It was earned. They began to panic. You could see it in their eyes, hear it in their tone, feel it in their sudden interest in your life. The same people who once ignored you now watch you closely. The same people who dismissed you now study your movements. Why? Because they don't know how to reach you anymore. You stopped arguing. You stopped explaining. You stopped proving. And when someone can no longer provoke you, they lose power. Did they really think you'd stay broken? Did they really believe pain would define you forever? They underestimated what happens when a person learns self-control instead of revenge, because revenge is loud. But mastery? Mastery is silent. And silence drives them insane. You learned that responding to everything drains you, that not every battle deserves your energy, that not every opinion deserves your attention. You learned discernment. You learned discipline. You learned that peace is not weakness, it's dominance. And slowly, your calm became unshakable, not because life got easier, but because you got stronger. They tried new tactics, guilt, nostalgia, fake concern. They tried to remind you of who you used to be, but you're not that person anymore. That version of you died in the fire they created. And what rose from the ashes? Someone grounded, someone awake, someone impossible to manipulate. You no longer chase closure. You no longer beg for clarity. You no longer seek understanding from those committed to misunderstanding you. You understand yourself now, and that's enough. Every step you take now is intentional. Every word measured. Every move aligned. You don't rush. You don't react. You don't explain. You observe. And when you do speak, your words land. That's when they feel it. The shift, the power reversal. They sense that you've outgrown the dynamic, that you're no longer playing the same game, and it terrifies them, because they remember when they could hurt you, when their words mattered, when their absence affected you. But now, you're calm, and calm people are dangerous. Your calm isn't emptiness, it's fullness. It's knowing you survived what was meant to destroy you. It's understanding your worth without needing approval. It's walking away without resentment. You don't need revenge because peace already won. You don't need validation because self-respect replaced it. You don't need closure because growth closed the chapter. And that's the cruel irony for them. They wanted you loud and broken. Instead, they created someone silent and unstoppable. Now they watch from a distance, wondering how you did it, wondering why you don't react, wondering why their presence doesn't shake you anymore. They replay old moments, hoping to feel powerful again. But power doesn't live there anymore. It lives in you. Your calm walks into rooms before you do. It shifts energy without saying a word. It commands respect without demanding it. You don't chase dominance, you embody it. You understand something now, that the greatest flex is peace in a world addicted to chaos, that the strongest response is no response, that the ultimate revenge is becoming so whole they can't touch you anymore. And here's the truth they'll never escape. You didn't become calm because life was kind. You became calm because life was brutal, and you mastered it. So let them talk, let them watch, let them wonder. You're not here to prove anything. You already did, by surviving, by healing, by rising. Your calm is not an accident. It's a weapon refined by pain, a crown forged in silence, a storm that learned restraint. And that's why your calm, your presence, your peace is their nightmare, because they can no longer reach you. And you've never been more powerful than you are right now. And listen carefully now. Your silence is not just quietness. It is a language only those who once controlled you can hear. When you stay calm, their minds become noisy, because they remember who you used to be, the version of you who over-explained, who stayed awake at night asking, "What did I do wrong?" And today, you simply walk away. No questions, no complaints, no turning back. There is no anger in your eyes anymore. There is understanding. And understanding is the most dangerous thing to people who once fed on your confusion. You learned that not every relationship can be saved, not every battle needs to be won, and not everything deserves a response. Your calm reminds them that they failed. They failed to break you, failed to turn you into someone bitter, failed to keep you beneath them. And when you stand in front of them now, steady, quiet, grounded, something inside them shakes. Your life is no longer driven by reaction. It is driven by choice. You choose what gets your energy. You choose what gets your time. And what you don't choose, you release. Sometimes you release people. They try to provoke you, hoping the old version of you will return, but that version is gone. The one standing here now is disciplined, centered, aware of their worth. Your calm is proof of your victory. It doesn't mean you don't feel pain. It means pain no longer controls you. And remember this, those who are disturbed by your silence have already felt your power. You don't need to explain. You don't need to prove anything. You are simply living your life, and that alone is more than enough. Your calm is not an accident. It's a weapon refined by pain, a crown forged in silence, a storm that learned restraint. And that's why your calm, your presence, your peace is their nightmare, because they can no longer reach you. And you've never been more powerful than you are right now.